Dr. Ben Carson, who is running on the Republican Party's primary ticket, has decided to end his campaign after the results of Super Tuesday. Now, this comes as no surprise. I think that this, I guess, campaign ending was long overdue. He didn't win any states. In most of the primary states, I think he came in like last or like next to last. And I think he should have been out of the race before people like Jeb Bush exited the race. So, people look at Ben Carson on one light. He's a probably, he is an excellent neurosurgeon, but when it came to his political views, it was just like the exact opposite. I mean, I've met people, and talked to people who said that, how can someone who's able to operate on brains one day and then the next day say stuff like, the pyramids were built for grain stores. Like the pyramids aren't fucking hollow. And then a neurosurgeon that doesn't accept evolution. I mean, it sort of boggled my mind. On one hand, it was almost to a point where I thought that it was a conspiracy for him to be in the race because the stuff he was saying was so unbelievably unintelligent to a point where I thought that there's no way this guy is serious. There's no way this guy is serious. But I mean, that right now, I think that he believes the stuff that he says. And then he said stuff like, the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare is the worst thing that happened to this country since slavery. And before the Affordable Care Act, 40,000 Americans used to die due to lack of health insurance. Now, I don't understand how saving 40,000 Americans' lives is as bad as enslaving people for profit or whatever. I don't know how that would. I don't know how that thought went into his head. Your guess is as good as mine, but yeah, like Ben Carson definitely should have been out of the race a long time ago. And for the people who are saying that, oh well, he's a neurosurgeon and he's a very intelligent person. Here's the thing: there's people who are extremely good at one thing, but then are awful at another. Just because you can fly an airplane doesn't mean you can drive a submarine. And that's why I tell people, yeah, he might be an excellent neurosurgeon, but that doesn't mean he would be an excellent president. And I think that out of all the candidates, the stuff that he says, like, stuff with the flat tax, which every economist will say that, it will bankrupt our country. And like, he's like, yeah, let's have a flat tax. So, I mean, his views were out there. And you see him on the news media outlets, and he's stumbling on his questions. He doesn't understand the questions that are being asked to him. I mean, once again, he might have been an excellent neurosurgeon, but that doesn't make you like automatically good at foreign policy, domestic policy, the issues that are affecting our government and our country. That doesn't make you an expert. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's a fallacy. So yeah, that's all I have to say pretty much about Ben Carson. I mean, I think people will look at him as a guy who's a fool. And I mean, I don't know if he can recover from, this, because I mean, I think his legacy of being a very world-renowned neurosurgeon, I think it's in tatters right now. So, but that's all I got to say about Ben Carson. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and have a nice day.